Okay. Surprise. Hmm. Not showing that I'm actually streaming, am I? Oh, I am. Okay. I need to stop this. It's too distracting. So I had an epiphany while I was about to start working on my quotes page because my handwriting is really shitty. And I was like, what if I traced the quotes? And then I thought, I've seen people take like stick glue and cut out things and then paste them into their bullet journal. So I was like, what if I did that? So here's my thought. I opened Word and it is now in um, basically A5. The size of the page on here is A5, which if I were to put this at 100% and then put my book up to it, um, it should fit perfectly. So what I intend to do is take the quotes that I have and put them on this page using fancy fonts and things like that. And then I can decide whether or not I want to trace it, like I'll print it on my printer, whether or not I want to trace it onto the page so that it's by my hand, or if I just want to cut around it in some, cool fashion and then paste it onto my bullet journal, which means I'll have to get sticky glue because I do not think I have that. Um, so quickly going to Amazon, opening up my stream manager so that I can see my chat. Here we go. Is there a way for me to pop this out? There is. Okay, sweet. Let me pop my chat out over here and then I can actually look on my computer as opposed to. And then let me see what happens. Actually, I don't want to do that. It might mess the whole thing up. So I'll keep it the way it is right now. I couldn't believe I didn't think of this before. And it was as I was about to trace like these lines and all this stuff, I was like, wait a minute, what if I printed it and then traced it? And then I could do literally any like style of font that I want. So the first quote, which is my favorite, the question that sometimes drives me hazy, and that's going to be in lowercase. Am I or the other crazy? And then I want to do it like this, so I'm just going to, this should be all lowercase, like that. So now I can do essentially any fonts I want, but first let me make it a bit bigger. I don't know, where is it? I can decide if I want to center things. I don't want to center it. In this instance, I think I want to keep it all left aligned like this. I might decide to do this and then maybe take this and like that. I think that looks good. Um, but now is the part I'm most excited about, which is, ooh, I like that. I don't know if I could trace that, but I like that. Let's move this down a bit. Actually, no, I'm going to keep it in the top because I can do multiple quotes on one page. And that way when I print it out, I'm not, now the question becomes, how big is this going to look? I need to also do, is it line spacing? No, not line spacing. I need to do, where's the thing? Oh, here it is. Okay. I haven't had to change the margins on a document in so long. I forgot how to do it. I completely. There, I just wanted to give myself a bit more space so that I can make the font bigger. I really like this font. I just want to say. I just don't think I could trace this. So we will have to see. And now let me do another quote. This one seems pretty simple. Okay. Now I don't want to use the same font every time, right? So I'm going to switch it up now. I'm just going to scroll blindly. Oh, very old style. I wonder what would happen if I did this one that way. I mean, not what would happen, but what it would look like. Because it seems like an erratic handwriting. I really like that. I just need to make it a lot bigger. Oh yeah. And that I could trace. Yeah, yeah, I love that. I actually don't think I need that big of a space now. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to change this to a completely different font here. I'm going to filter to, can I filter on here? I don't think I can. Yeah, this isn't going to let me, I don't want to do, I want to do script for sure. Trying to find the right font though for different things. And I need at least, I think I need at least like 15 quotes altogether because I'm doing one quote at the beginning of each month, so that's 12. And then I have the quote in the front of my book, so that's 13. And then there are some miscellaneous pages that need a quote. So let's see, that's 13. Hold that number. This page here, 14. Then this one, 15. Then I think here is 16. So 16, I need at least 16 quotes. Right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quotes. So I need another 8. And then we'll be getting somewhere. I really like the way this one looks though. I feel like we could have a bit more space here. That. Beautiful. So now, give me the next page. Right align. So hopefully what I'm intending to do makes sense. Now in some instances I was thinking I technically could do 2 quotes for the where it comes to the each month, because my idea, and now that I'm doing this I'm realizing I can also do something else, which is I can format with a specific font that I like, the months, print all of that out, and then trace that as well on here. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Oh, I'm going to do that too. Um, Let me find a good font for my months. Like something like this, maybe. I wonder what that would look like. No, that's a bit much. That is a bit much. Mm, Too simple. Too thick. I don't want script. It's very simple. Oh my god. The hell is that? It's like wingdings. Close. Very close to. I want something very um, refined. Make it a little bit bigger so I can see it, please. Might be a bit too refined. Let's go down to the lower avenues here. Mm-mm. That one almost seems a bit too childish or cartoonish. Mm, mm-mm. close, but I don't like that thin look. I want something with a little weight to it. I like everything about this except the Y. Why does the Y look like that? Ah, now we're getting somewhere. Give me that a little bit bigger. It almost looks, I like this. I just think the letters are too close together. Can I space them out here? Not line spacing, but how do I do letter spacing? I know it's here somewhere. Maybe I'm bugging out with what I'm trying to do. Hold on. I think I found it. There we go. Found it. Now, is that big enough? I'm tempted to print these 2 pages, if only to see, but I have to plug my printer in because my printer is not plugged in, of course. Why do I have these things open that I don't need open? Why? Let me just print. Well, okay, first, let me look up Elmer's glue stick. Who knew there were so many different types of just like regular glue sticks? I might actually have glue sticks, so let me first confirm that I have them. But I need to plug in my printer, so let me put up my BRB screen, plug in my printer. Okay. No, I don't think I have an outlet over here. I don't. But I think I have one. Here. I have paper in the printer. Turn that on. Right, let's see what we see. Oh, we're just going to print the first page. And as a test, I'm actually going to put January on this page just so that I can I think there's enough space for myself where it won't get in the way. Alright, so now let's print the current page. Did it not print anything? Let the flip. Why did it print a blank sheet of paper? Hold on 1 second. I think I know why. I thought I had another black ink cartridge. I thought this was black. It's actually color. Let's see if that'll do. There we go. Oh, I hate that my printer is on the floor because it makes doing this. There we go. There we go. Take one out. Oh, I think I need to get okay. Oh, let's try that again, shall we? I will come back from being away. hopefully that will print. And I need to go to Amazon to get damn, it still didn't print. Oh, is that why? Oh my God. Okay. Um, I mean, I can just hold on. I know why it's not printing. I'm so stupid. Can I view ruler? Okay, so that, let me try again. Because apparently it had to do with the fact that let's see if that works. What does that? So my idea is going to go up in flames because my printer. Oh, it's printing. Yay. If you could believe it, it's because the size I had didn't match the size of the paper. So stupid. Okay. I figured it out, and I will order ink another day. So here's my idea, and I think these are big enough. So now I have that page printed out here. And so what I want to do is take it and then trace it. So let me check January and see what that's going to look like. I don't want to cut it out and then paste it on there. So I'm just going to put this under and then move it up. I'm going to need a really bright light when I do this. And then I'll like take pencil and I will trace it. I think I could stand to go a bit bigger. But yeah, my idea works. So I don't know if you can see this, but there's January right there. So I would just trace through the page and then, color it in or whatever as if I hand wrote it. But really, I'm just tracing off the paper. Now, as for the quote, it looks like I need to either reformat it on the page because... No, actually, I just need to fold this in half and then I can do this and then I could just move over where it says his name and then, do the same thing. But the part that's going to be difficult is when I do my favorite quote on the first page because because it's not a see-through page, it's like the first hard page. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to trace that. But my idea will work. I might actually have to use sticky glue for that one, for the first quote. But let me look about doing the months larger now that I figured out what was wrong with my printer. I thought if I did the page and that it would just print on my 8.5 by 11 paper, but for whatever reason it would not. So I'm just going to take the measurement of this page again. It's like a little bit more than 5.5, which is what I thought I did here. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I did go too far. I've got to come considerably in to like here. And then I'm going to move this back to where it was, like that. I'm not too concerned about the height. I'm more concerned about the width. So that will make it more true to form. Now, these I can stand to make a hell of a lot bigger. Like that big. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me see what it looks like when I do Command P. Yep, that's what I want. I want it to almost go across, almost meeting the other side of the page. Oh, I'm glad I had this idea. Okay, so now that I know what that's going to be, I'm going to do insert page break. So I keep that away from what I am working on, and now I'm going to do the next quote. And I'm size. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. If you don't have time to read, you don't have the time or the tools to write. Simple as that. I bet you're wondering who said that lovely little line, ain't you? Well, that was said by the incomparable Stephen King. And I don't know why this is double spacing on me, but I just want to make sure we have single space here when I do that. And then when I right align it, like that. What do we think about that font? Is that too fat? Let's move it down one. Kind of give each quote a bit of room to breathe. I think it might be a bit too much. I think that's better. Oh, I had it in bold, did I? Can I bold this? I can. Interesting. Let's see what it looks like. Yes, yes, I know. That text. Why isn't this adhering to? Here we go. Oh no, what am I doing? Stay away from there. Okay. Next quote. I like this one. Never, 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 never give up. Too many ills. The incomparable Winston Churchill. So we are going to do a different font for this. Okay. next? Oh, I like this one too. If you wait for inspiration to write, clever, isn't it? What just happened here? Although I can't say I know who said it. I don't know who Dan Pointer is, but I like the saying nonetheless. So let's pick a font, any font. Perfect. Oh, this is a good one for the current time we are living in. Being a good writer is 3% talent, 97% not being distracted by the internet. Oh, I did it again. Isn't that like so true? I feel like adding bold to some of these just gives it a little more oomph for me that I desperately need on the page. Let's see. Yeah. I just need to make sure everything is in bold. Except for this one. This one doesn't need to be in bold. Yeah, bold doesn't even actually do anything. Oh, it does, but I don't like what it does. Okay. Let's see, do I have any more? I have two more. One is a pretty long one, and then one is a really short one. Okay, here we go. The road to hell is paved with works in progress. And then I'll just write out the other one real quick. Writing. This one I truncated because it was talking about writing a novel, but I wanted to just kind of make it about writing in general. It's a horrible, exhausting struggle, like a long bout of painful illness. One would never undertake such a thing if one were not driven on by some demon whom one can neither resist nor understand. And this was said by George Orwell. Like I said, pretty long quote. So it appears I have been so busy doing other things that I have not looked at my email all day. So I'm going to take a moment and do just that because I have like over 40 unread emails. So most of them I'm sure are trash. So if you just give me a moment here. Yeah, right. My 2020 taxes are going to be almost as messy as last year's taxes when I had 3 different jobs and unemployment to list. Not fun. Not fun at all. Yeah, all of this, I believe, is trash. So delete. I hate how long it takes for certain things to hit um, my credit, like how long it takes to report things. Because it's showing things on my credit report that are like totally not up to date. But you know what? My credit score is actually pretty good, so I'm not going to be too mad about it. It's just they just got notified about something that I knew about like a good 2 months ago. Isn't that just the way of the world? All right, checked my email. Thank you so much for just letting me quickly do that. Now I just need to change the font for this, and then ooh, I'm going to have to mute myself. Sorry about that. I forgot I had a work meeting I needed to be present for um, right now, so that's what I was doing very quickly. That's completed. Um, okay, so I have all of the quotes so far that I want to include in my bullet journal, and I think I have pretty cool fonts. The only one I'm questioning is this one because it seems like it's not, like it's a little too clean and tidy, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to capture it as beautifully as I want, but all the other ones have a good weight to them. Hey Miak, I've been good. I've been good. Just working on my bullet journal, which I have here. And I just had like the epiphany that I could, instead of trying to write these quotes by hand in my chicken scratch, that I could use any font that I wanted, um, put it in a Word doc, print it, and then essentially trace um, the quotes onto the pages that I want to put them on, so that way it looks a bit fancier than I could possibly do myself. So, like, this is about as fancy as I get when it comes to my bullet journal. Um, so I realized, like literally an hour ago, that I could do this instead. So this is what I'm going to do. And so I have a couple of quotes here. I need to have 16 in total. I only have 8. So if you know of any good writing quotes or any good quotes by a writer, author, what have you, inspirational quotes, I've just kind of been coming across them as I go. And of course, when I really need them is when I'm having a hard time being inspired by the quotes I find. I must have spent the last like 48 hours looking at hundreds of quotes. But I also have the months because I have my daily spreads. So at the beginning of every, hold on, let me see, of every daily spread, so I have like a couple of notes pages, but so this blank page here, I want to put the word January, and then above and below it, I can put quotes. Right now, I was just going to do one quote and then like January, but I want to do the month in this middle, so that means I'm going to have a lot of white space on the top and bottom, which technically means I can do 2 quotes if I wanted, which again would mean that I would have to find like twice as many quotes as I'm originally looking for right now, and I don't know if I could do that. So um, I may do something else. I may have like maybe some sort of a tracker um, in the other white space. So I might put a quote at the top, the word January in the middle, and then in the bottom third or bottom half of the page, put something else. But basically, what's going to happen in January is every day I'm going to come in here, and I did the whole year. So this book has all 365 days already done this way for each month, every day. And then the weekend, I just put a line down the middle. But I'm going to come in here, I'm going to every morning start by putting my tasks, writing, reading, whatever the case may be. I'm going to, for the first time, I'm doing a lot of firsts this year. For the first time, I have an index, which I never had before, but also I have a key, which I have never used before. So I have um, the normal bullet journal key, and then I'm also using color codes for other things as well. So I'm gonna put, like the open circle or the hollow circle, and those will be my tasks. As I complete them, I'll fill it in. If I need to migrate it to the next day because I didn't finish it on that specific day, I'll do that. But I also have an index here, which I normally would not have, but because I was so organized with this bullet journal that I worked on for the last, like, I think I've been working on it for maybe 4 days now, a few hours each day. So I've got like all of these things laid out. I also hand did my own mini calendar here. So Here's the entire 2021 calendar that I did by hand. Fun times. I love doing a bullet journal. It's so relaxing. And then I have my future log, which is all 12 months. And then I've got 2020, so things that I accomplished in 2020, only positive things. I didn't want to put like all the crappy stuff that happened this year. We're still in 2020. And then my goals. I only have three. I kind of wish I had done what I'm doing now, in that I took up a bit more space to write down my goals, especially because I only have three. So it leaves me with all this white space here. But next year I'll learn to do something better. So this is gonna be a quote page here. This blank page, I'm gonna put some sort of quote there, and then like I haven't inked this in yet, but it's just going to be my trackers. So I've got a bunch of tracking things, which leads into my writing, because one of the things that I'm going to be tracking, which this isn't the best spread because it actually doesn't have a title for what is going on in this spread, but this is the spread I'm going to be going to or returning to the most. And this is actually my word count spread. So while it doesn't say word count anywhere here, that's what this is. Each month I'm going to write two short stories. So that's why like January has the number 1 and 2. So, next to the number 1, I'll write the title. And then in these boxes here, which there's only 5 boxes, I'm going to write the word count. So each box will have a number. And I know that 5 boxes is the perfect number because I am cutting myself off at 17, I believe, 15,000 words. So hence 5 boxes. And then at the bottom down here is where I'm going to total the 6 months. So on this side, I'm going to total January to June, and then on this side, I'm totaling July to December. And then my idea, so I didn't ink this page in, which is my newsletters, because I actually need to move it over to this page, because what I want to do on this page is turn the book like sideways so that it's like this, and have the total number of words that I wrote in 2021 for my Friday fiction. So I realized that as I was putting this together, that I put my newsletter tracker on the wrong page. So I need to move it over to this page, leave this page blank, and I'm going to probably put like some sort of square, maybe try to do some fancy design, though I'm no artist by any means. And when I'm done at the end of next year, I will come here, total the 2 numbers at the bottom of the previous page, and then write down what my grand total words was in that fashion. And I'm only counting Friday fiction. So if I write any drabbles or dribbles, I'm not counting those words. I'm only counting Friday fiction. And then I have my Friday fiction spread, which this is going to track when I deliver a story to my patrons, once I deliver it to my patrons, when I can release it to the public, and then when I'm releasing the podcast, which is me reading the story. And then this year, the big thing that I'm doing this year is submissions. So I'm going to be submitting 6 of the 24 stories that I write in 2021. I'm going to pick 6 of them that I'm going to submit to publications, to give myself sort of experience in that, getting rejected and things like that. And since I'm going full force, fully into writing short stories, that's one of the things that I need to do, is I need to one last update for he doesn't understand. We don't accrue. We'll have to explain that another day. My patience is wearing very thin. Whoopsie, doopsie. Okay, so I'm going to now print these pages, and then I think the first thing I'm gonna do, because I'm excited about this whole tracing thing and I want to test out my theory, is I want to trace the months. So um, I think I'm gonna print just the pages 3 and 4, and then did I just get another email? I did. Oh, stop emailing me. So I'm not gonna print out the quotes pages yet because I kind of want to find a bit more quotes, but I am going to print out the months. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will put this on a new page just to break up the monot. The monot. I also want to, where is it? Format. I think it's format document. It has been so long since I've had to format anything. It confuses me, so I'm going to do like this, which is going to really change things up, I know. Yeah, I was afraid of that. So let's fix this. All right, so we've got a couple of quotes there. We got a couple there. We got to give a little space here. And then I'm going to move this down. I need to keep all quotes together and give a little bit of breathing room. Okay, much better. So now let's go down here. Now for these, I think I may double space them again because I just want to give myself enough, even though I'm tracing, so it's like, whoa, too much space. Hold the phone. Okay. Phew. All right, so I'm going to, again, now I'm going to print pages 4 and 5. Print from 4 to 5. And I need to do, where is it? Where's the thing so that I can say don't do front and back? Am I bugging out here? Hmm. Oh, okay. I'm a moron. If this prints front and back, I'm gonna be hella livid. Okay. Sending to the printer. Oh, good. It's actually printing. All right, let me go over to the printer. Oh, good. All right. It printed them exactly as I wanted. So here is the page. So now I need to put this up against. Oh, yeah, that is perfect. It could not be more perfect. Now I might need to cut each one out in order to get it like perfectly centered. That's the part I'm gonna have to like figure out. So it looks like it's 3, 4. So it's 4 dots, which is 3 squares. So this is where the notes I put in the front of the book are very helpful, which is to how many squares I have horizontally and vertically. Okay, so 37 squares minus 3 is 34. So 34, this is how I'm going to do this perfectly centered. 34 divided by 2, 17. So I need to put 17 squares at the top. Why do I have black ink on my fingers? Like all over my fingers. Is my printer bleeding? You know what? I think this is from when I touched this ink here. Yeah. Okay, I need to throw this. This is the ink I took out of the printer. I need to throw that away. It's bleeding all over me. Yeah. Okay, let's count down 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let me take my pencil and mark this. I think it was right there. Let's count from the bottom up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's mark it right here. That leaves 3 squares. That's centered. I mean, it looks like it's a little further down. Am I bugging? 1, 2, no. I'm going to trace this so we'll be able to confirm if I'm all right with where this is, but it looks like it's much lower on the page than I like. Maybe my eyes are deceiving me. All right, so now I need to figure out how many dots over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18. 18. That's a lot of dots. So, well, a lot of squares. So, let's do the math here. 26 minus 18 equals 8. So we got to go 4 in on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on this side, 2, 3, 4. So basically, we're going to be putting it right in there. Let's get it as best as we can here. All right, let's see how this works. Test number 1. The part that I'm worried about is the light, because I feel like I don't have enough coming through here for tracing. That's something I need to add to my list that I need for my desk, is like one of those fluorescent, really bright lights for this exact moment when I need the brightness. I'm tempted to use the flashlight on my phone. I'd have to hold it up though. With one hand and trace with the other, but yeah, this is much better. Actually, is that much better? I don't even. Okay, hold on 1 second. shifted. That's something else I need to get like tape, like washi tape, I think is what people use to make sure things stay in place as they are tracing, and that they don't move. When is my next meeting here? Hold on, I need to check. Okay, this can go away now. I'm not printing again. Oh, it's in like almost 15 minutes. And then I am like almost officially done. I just want to really just do January. If I could just get January, I will be a happy clam. The happiest of clams is what I will be. If I could just get January traced. Something else I thought for how I could trace this that would save me printing ink is if I put this on my iPad and then open the page so that the page is flat on the screen and then turn the brightness up. So that's another option, which I think I may have to do. My only concern with that is I wasn't sure if I'd be able to have the page sticking out like that without causing possible like damage, and then making sure the size is right each time that I do it, because I'm not like printing out the page, so it's not like I could accidentally zoom in or out on a paper, you know. So we'll see about that, but that's another possibility. So I just did JANU. I'm doing the A right now. So I am 3 letters away from completion of sketching out January by hand. We are. Eventually, in the new year, I will be saving up money to get like a proper cam that I can point downwards to show when I'm doing things like this. Oh. Because it's not like I'll never be like using my bullet journal and doing this ever again. I will. So it only makes sense. Okay, so this has like a very thin gap, but it's got one. Now we gotta do the V here. I'm gonna go down, over, around, and back up. Okay, so let's take a look, because again, to me, this looks like January is not center. All right, so let's see. Let's see it from your point of view. So here is January, and like I said, it does not look like it's in the middle of the page. Like maybe that's just my maybe that's just my weird eye, but I feel like this half, let me just do it with my fingers and then coming down. No, that is equal. My brain must just, for whatever reason, sees the top as being more spaced than the bottom. Strange. But in any event, so here's January. I think I might just go ahead, move forward, ink that in, and slowly but surely do the other months. Let me get a pen here. Okay, I'm going to outline it and then I'll go back and uh, fill it in. I am going to do like basic black. I'm not doing color. I explained why before, and that explanation has not changed. It's just not conducive to one's eyesight at this present time. But I think if I outline it and then color it in, we will be in a better place. I'm wondering if when I color it in, I should put like I mean, I know it's not going to bleed through because um, this just does not bleed through, but you never know. I've just been having that kind of luck these days, I feel. So just to be on the safe side, I will put a piece of paper. Okay. I think I might listen to some Christmas music during this next meeting whilst I put together my final spreadsheet. For the day before my work here is done. Uh-oh, my phone just lit up. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to call my brother. Let me text him. Trying to figure out. No, I do not. Okay, so inked in. All right, too much is going on. I'm going to have to go offline. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. All right, so here's January. I just want to show. Here's January inked in. I'm going to fill it in, like I said, so it won't just be outlined like that. It'll actually be like bold and everything and look hella cool, but there it is. I'm going to be doing that for every single month. Um, so, okay, let me